slippers here. Let's get started in child's pose. So, you want to join me? I always try to get my husband to join class, and he never will, even though he needs to stretch. The set of blocks, you can place one under your forehead, one between your thighs. You can also place a bolster or the pillow underneath your knees, like so, to give the knees a little bit of support underneath. You can also place a bolster or a pillow underneath your tummy, vertical wise with the mat, and just resting your forehead on the floor, block or pillow, sinking your hips in towards your heels. Maybe reaching your fingertips out long in front, just letting your forehead come in towards the floor or any of those objects. You're also welcome to reach your fingertips back towards your heels. Maybe bringing the palms facing up. It's like I'm muffled when I use that pillow there. With each inhale, filling your belly, ribs, and lungs. And on each exhale, letting it all go. Belly rise, belly falls. Filling all the way to the top. Once you get there, sealing your lips and allowing your exhale through your nose, creating heat within your body. Full inhale, filling all the way to the top, and full exhale. Slow release. Continuing here with your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. On each inhale, lengthen your fingertips closer towards the top or the bottom of your mat. On each exhale, letting your belly fall closer towards the floor, sinking your hips in towards your heels. Continuing with this breath, maybe rocking your forehead from side to side. Gently come back to the center, lifting your palms, pressing your finger pads in towards the floor, lifting your forearms, your biceps off of the floor. Hold it for the exhale. Gently release your palms back down towards the floor. Gently walk your hands over to the left side of the mat. They can stay on the mat. You can slightly bring them off of the mat. Feeling that stretch all along the right side body. Option to release your left hand, bind it around towards your right hip or just your lower back. Option to rotate that right shoulder closer towards the floor, deepening that stretch. Hold it here for the exhale. On your inhale, gently release your left hand back to meet the right. Walk your hands back through center. This time allowing your fingertips to come over to the right side of your mat. Maybe slightly off of the mat. You're welcome to keep your right hand next to left, or you can bind it around towards your lower back or your left hip. If you like to deepen the stretch and you tried it on the other side, maybe gently pressing your left shoulder closer in towards the floor, lifting your right shoulder up towards the ceiling. Continue here with your breath. Full inhale, full exhale, let it all go. Gently extend your right arm long to meet the left. Walk your hands back through center. From here, bending your elbows, bringing your palms to touch at the crown of your head. You're welcome to stay here. If you like, you can draw your thumbs closer towards the nape of your neck. Feeling that tricep stretch. Wherever you're at, you're welcome to maybe walk your elbows closer towards the crown of your head, lengthening those triceps. Gentle exhale. And then releasing your palms back down towards the floor. Walking your hands in towards your knees. Find a tabletop position. You are more than welcome to keep that bolster or pillow underneath your knees. Grabbing those blocks and placing the blocks underneath your palms. Bringing the earth a little bit closer towards you. Wrists directly under your shoulders. Knees directly under your hips. From here, tuck your toes. Hammock your belly, lift your gaze. Deep inhale. On your exhale, round your spine. Untuck your toes. Press the earth away. Come through neutral spine. Tuck your toes, hammock your belly, lift your gaze. Deep inhale. On your exhale, untuck your toes, round your spine. This time, keeping the top shoelace portion of each foot in towards the floor as you come through neutral spine. Hammock your belly, lift your gaze, coming into tabletop cow. On your exhale, round your spine. Warming up the spine here. One more time with your breath, coming through. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, opening up your chest. Round your spine, really press the earth away. Gaze towards your navel, tops of your thighs. Gently come back to neutral spine. Maybe bump your hips side to side if that feels comfortable for you. Feeling a stretch in your outer hips. Maybe noticing how one side feels compared to the other. Gently coming back to center. Gently rotate your fingertips towards the outer edge of the mat. They can stay on the blocks. You can also release them down towards the floor if that's more comfortable for you. From here, maybe rock side to side, maybe forwards and backwards. You can also just stay completely still in that tabletop. Gently come back through center. Rotate your fingertips a little bit more towards your knees. So at any degree from the sides of your mat and towards your knees or directly facing your knees. Pressing your forearms towards the top of your mat. You're welcome to stay here. Maybe gently rocking backwards and forwards, bringing your shoulders back over your wrist. You can also move from side to side. Gently come back to center. Bring both fingertips towards the top of your mat. Starting with your left hand, bring your left palm up towards the ceiling. Right palm stays facing down. You're welcome to stay here. Maybe rock side to side, forwards and backwards. Noticing what direction you move your body and how that feels in your stretches on the left side. Gently come back to center. Bring your left palm down towards the floor. Flip your right palm up towards the ceiling. Same options here. You're welcome to stay just where you're at. Maybe rocking forwards and backwards, maybe side to side. When you're ready, gently coming back to center, flipping your right palm down towards the floor. Starting with the right arm, draw your right elbow wide behind your head, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tap your right elbow to your left wrist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. One more time, inhale, lift. This time, reach your right arm high up towards the ceiling, as high as you can. On your exhale, draw that right hand all the way under and through the left side body. Maybe gently releasing your right cheek or ear towards the floor or to that block. Holding here and breathing. Tripod twist. Hold it here for the exhale. Gently press up into the left palm. Reach your right arm high. Exhale, release your right hand back under that block. Draw your left elbow wide. Gaze up, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release your left elbow towards your right wrist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Last time, inhale, lift. Reach your left arm high towards the ceiling. Gaze up, look up. Exhale, draw your left arm all the way under and through the right side body. Maybe releasing your left cheek or ear towards the floor. You could probably hear my back snap, popping and cracking. Holding here and breathing. Hips stay lifted. This actually feels phenomenal having the knees on the pillow. Hold it here for one more breath. Gently press into your right hand, press yourself up, lift your left arm high. Exhale, release your left hand back to that floor or the block. Starting with the right leg, inhale, extend your right leg long, strong point through your right toes. Exhale, round your right knee in towards your nose, round your spine. Inhale, lengthen, kick that right leg straight back. Exhale, draw that right leg up and over, just like a curtsy, over to the left side. You can continue to keep your gaze forward. You can gently draw your gaze over your left shoulder. Maybe you see your right toes. Let's do that 2 more times through. Inhale, and then reach that right leg straight back. Strong point through your toes. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen, keep the right leg straight back. Exhale, rainbow that right leg up and over. Feeling that stretch all along the right side body. Maybe seeing a little bit more of your right foot. One more time. Inhale, lengthen, kick that right leg straight back. Exhale, round the spine, knee to nose. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lengthen, kick it straight back. Exhale, rainbow the right leg over just like a curtsy. Maybe gazing over your left shoulder. If you like to try deepening the stretch, you can gently rock your right heel closer towards the floor. To lessen that stretch at any time, you can rock towards your ball or closer towards the toes, rocking over your wrist. You can also release that right knee to the outside of the left knee on the floor or on that pillow or bolster, and then gently pressing your hips back. Staying here in that curtsy, or gently drawing your hips back towards your heels, both knees in towards the floor or that pillow. Wherever you're at, hold it for 2 more breaths. Full exhale. Gently rock forward. Bring your shoulders back over your wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Draw your right leg straight back. Exhale, release your right knee back under your hip on the floor or on that pillow. Inhale, lengthen, kick your left leg straight back. Strong point through your left toes. Exhale, knee to nose. Round your spine, really tuck that knee in. Inhale, lengthen, kick the left leg straight back. Exhale, draw that left leg over the right side. Just a gentle tap. You're welcome to look over or just keep your gaze down between your thumb and index finger. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, lengthen, kick your left leg straight back. Exhale, knee to nose. Round your spine. Inhale, lengthen, kick it straight back. Keep the hips square here. Exhale, draw that left leg up and over a little bit further this time, over the right side body. Maybe gazing, looking over your right shoulder, towards your left toes or heel. Inhale, lengthen, kick the left leg straight back. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lengthen, kick it straight back. Exhale, rainbow curtsy, over to the right side. Option to rock towards your ball of your foot or your toes, like you're wearing a super high heel. You can also deepen that stretch, pressing your heel closer in towards the floor. If you like to try deepening this stretch here on your outer hip, you can gently release the left knee to the floor or to that pillow, to the outside of your right knee, and then gently press your hips back. You can keep the hips forward or press them as far back as you'd like. Maybe rocking forwards and backwards, seeing how that feels. Hold it here for 1 more breath. Gently come back to center. Release your left knee under your left hip. Come back, knee, bump the hips side to side. Let's do a few bird dogs here, a little core action. Starting with the right arm, left leg, extend your right arm, left leg long, left arm, right knee, stay in towards the floor. From here, we're gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. 2 more, lift and lower. 1 more. This time, hold the right arm, left leg extended. On the exhale, crunch your knee towards your elbow, elbow to your knee, and press it back. Crunch it in, knee to nose, elbow towards your knee, reach it back. 3 more times here, right arm, left leg, crunch it in, and reach. Maybe your right elbow, left knee make contact. Maybe they're just super close, and reach. 1 more time, crunch it in, and reach. This time, draw your elbow in toward your body. So it's at a 90-degree angle, and then draw your left knee out, just like a fire hydrant, and lift your right elbow. We have funky bird. We're hovering, holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Release your right hand, left knee down. Find your tabletop. Come back to your breath. Same thing with the left arm. Right leg, extend your left arm long, right leg long. We're gonna lift and lower. Here we go. For 3, and lower and tap. Left toes can be tucked or relaxed. That's 2. On the next one, we're going to hold that left arm, right leg lifted. Hold it up. Crunch it in. Left elbow to right knee. Crunch it in. And extend. 4 more. Crunch. Deep exhale on the crunch. Inhale as you lengthen. 3 more. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. That's it. 2 more. One more. All right, we're gonna find that funky bird. Go ahead and give me a cactus with your elbow, probably a little bit easier doing it this way. And then draw that right leg out like a fire hydrant. Holding the arms open for 3, 2, and 1. Release your left hand and right knee. Come back to that tabletop. Bump the hips side to side. From here, extend your right leg long. We're gonna find a gate pose. Draw that right leg directly out from the right hip. So your left knee can stay on a block, on a bolster, or on the floor. Using those blocks under your wrists if you have them. It's going to make them tall. We're going to walk them back in towards your body, maybe placing a block on the outer left knee. Sweep both arms up high. Bring hands to heart center. One more time, both arms sweep high overhead. Cactus the elbows. Spread the fingertips wide, lift your gaze. You just face this direction. Sealing the inside of your right foot in towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Gaze comes forward, arms overhead. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release your left hand to the floor, to the block, or to your left hip. Side bend over to the left side, extending long all along the right side body. Bringing your right bicep towards your right ear. You can also reach your right arm high, left arm low. Gently rise up using your core. Give me one cactus, bend the elbows, lift the gaze. Inhale, come back through center, arms overhead. Exhale, release your right hand down the right leg, deep side bend over to the right, as if you're trying to draw your left fingertips over your right toes. Feeling that stretch all along the left side body. Gently inhale, rise up, both arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Find those blocks that are in front of you or to the side. Walk yourself back out to that tabletop using the blocks or without. From here, tuck your left toe, press your hips back, and gently rocking forward. Exhale, press your hips back towards your left heel. Keeping that right leg straight. Inhale, stack the shoulders over the wrist. One more time. Gently rocking forward. From here, release your right knee back in towards the side. Maybe bump your hips side to side. Coming back to that tabletop. Extend your left leg directly out from the left side. Holding here and breathing. See how this feels on this side. Here, using those blocks, walk the blocks, or just walk your hands in close towards your body. Option to place that block to the outer right hip. Sweep both arms up high. Deep inhale, bring hands to heart center. Find your focus. One more time. Inhale, arms sweep up high. Exhale, cactus, lift your gaze. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Draw your fingertips wide apart. Inhale, come back through center. One more time. Exhale, cactus, lift your gaze. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your right hand to your hip, that block or the floor. Side bend over to the right side, lengthening from your left fingertips down to your left toes. You're welcome to draw your left bicep in towards your left ear or reach your left arm high. Right arm comes down towards the floor. Hold it here for one more breath. Inhale, rise up, stack the shoulders over the hips. Exhale, release your left hand down the outside of your left leg, deep side bend over to the left side. Feeling that stretch this time all along the right side body. Maybe reaching your left fingertips a little bit closer towards your toes, keeping the inside of your left foot sealed in towards the floor. Maybe your entire left foot is sealed down. On your next inhale, gently rise up. Bring both hands to heart center. Find your blocks. Walk yourself back out to that tabletop. You are more than welcome to keep your hands under those blocks if you would like, or just set them off to the side. From here, we're going to do a lizard pose. So extend your right leg long, straight back. Exhale, round your spine, draw your knee in toward your nose. And then step your right foot in between your palms or on those blocks. If you have that block, remove it from the outside of your right foot. Toe heel your right foot towards the outer edge of your mat. Toes turn to about 2 o'clock. From here, you can stand up nice and tall. Maybe drawing your hips back, straighten that right leg, and then bending into that right knee. This is a hip opener, predominantly on the right side, although you'll also feel it a little bit on the left side. Maybe walking your fingertips, your palms, or those blocks closer towards the top of the mat or closer in towards your hips. You're also welcome to come down onto the floor and keeping a bend into that right knee. Maybe bringing your forearms on those blocks, bringing the earth a little bit closer towards you. Gently rise up if you're previously down. Release your left hand under your left shoulder. Release your right hand to the inside of your right knee. Gently opening up your right knee by tipping onto the outer right edge of your right foot. Maybe looking over your right shoulder. Deepening that twist. Hold it for the exhale. Gently come back to center. From here, we're going to draw that right knee back under our hip. Coming back to where we started, back to our tabletop. Now for the left side, inhale and kick the left leg straight back. Strong point through your left toes. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose, round your spine. Set that left foot in between your hands or those blocks. From here, release the block in your left hand from inside of your left foot. Toe heel your left foot towards that outer edge of your mat. Maybe your toes come off the mat ever so slightly. You're welcome to stay more forward or walk the blocks closer in towards your body. If you want, you can also press forward, bending deeper into that left knee. Maybe pressing the hips back, straightening that left leg, flexing your toes. See what feels comfortable for you on this side. Maybe it feels different than the right side. That is totally normal. And if something doesn't suit you today, you can just take it out. If you want to try something different, maybe go deeper into that pose, I encourage that as well. You're welcome to stay up high. If you want, you can come down low, maybe using those blocks underneath your forearms if you like. Just holding here and breathing. Allowing that left hip to open just a little bit more. Hold it wherever you are for one more breath. Gently rise up if you were previously down towards the floor. Release your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Left hand comes to the inside of your right knee. Gently rock to the outer knife edge of your left foot and then look over your left shoulder. Feeling that twist all throughout. Gently come back to center. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Release that left knee under your left hip. Bump your hips side to side. From here, with your knees on the floor or on that bolster pillow, walk your hands in toward your knees using those blocks. Set the blocks on the outer edge of each ankle. Rise up, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Inhale, arms sweep up high. Give me one cactus, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Imagine you have a pencil between your shoulder blades. You want to squeeze it there for one more second. On your next inhale, arms overhead, gaze comes forward. Exhale, release your right hand to your lower back, maybe towards that block, maybe towards your right ankle or the floor, pressing your hips forward. Gaze can continue to be forward, up at a diagonal, maybe up towards the ceiling, maybe towards that wall behind you. Hold it here for one more breath wherever you're at. Inhale, rise up, release your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze, cactus, spread your fingertips wide. Inhale, lengthen, arms overhead, gaze comes forward. Exhale, release your left hand to your lower hip. Option to bring it to that block outside of your right ankle, maybe your right heel or the floor. Press your hips forward. Reach your right arm up or back towards the wall behind you. Gaze can be forward, up towards the ceiling, back towards the wall, or any of those degrees or any variations. Continue pressing your hips forward. Gently inhale, rise. Exhale, release your hands to your heart. Slowly bend into your knees. We're going to find, well actually, go ahead and set those blocks long way. So just stack one above the other, both flat on the floor. Taking your pillow or your bolster, if you're fancy, and setting it on top of those blocks. Go ahead and draw your right hip up towards the bottom of that pillow. We're going to just gently lay down. Now, a few options for your knees. You can have your knees staggered, both bent at 90, like a 90-90 drill. Your bottom left foot is touching the top of your right thigh. You can also stack your knees, maybe placing a block or a pillow between your thighs. You can also draw the lower left leg beneath the top right leg. Many options here. You can always try one and then switch when we're in the pose. Gently lower your right side in towards that pillow and just laying down. Just resting your left cheek or ear on the bolster or pillow. Maybe try different variations of the leg position, maybe knees stacked, using any props that you have, maybe staggering top knee in front or behind. You are more than welcome to stay here. If you like, maybe draw your chin in towards the pillow. If you want a deeper twist, you can rotate your right cheek or ear in towards that pillow. Gently come back to starting position with your left cheek or ear towards the pillow. Gently press yourself up. We're just gonna switch sides. I am gonna move all my equipment over so I'm not having my back turned to you, but keep your equipment just where it's at so you're already set up, and then just draw your right hip up towards that bolster or pillow. Same option for the feet. They can be staggered 90-90, bottom on top, or your top leg in front. You can also stack your knees, placing a bolster or pillow underneath or in between, and gently lowering your right side down towards that bolster or pillow. And just laying down here, allowing your right ear to come in towards that bolster or pillow, just resting everything. Maybe trying different variations of your knees here. Much as I love the movement, not the best song right now. If you'd like to deepen this stretch, you can gently draw your chin in towards that bolster, just gazing up towards the top of your mat. You can also rotate even deeper, drawing your left cheek or ear in towards the top of that pillow. Holding wherever you're at for one more breath. Gently come back to where you started, gently pressing yourself up, coming to a comfortable seat. We're going to extend the right leg long, drawing the sole of your left foot in towards your right leg. Set that bolster pillow off to the side. A few options here. You can place a block or two underneath your right knee to lift yourself up, giving you a natural bend in your right leg. I'm going to grab that strap just in case. You can also place that pillow on top of your right leg. Reach your arms overhead, fold forward. You can also grab a strap or a towel or a shirt or anything that you have. Bring it around the arch of your right foot, grabbing on both sides, and gently pull yourself down. Placing that pillow on top of your right leg just allows you to rest your forehead or your chin comfortably, and bringing a little bit closer in towards your forehead. Using any of the props that you'd like. You can also set any of them aside at any time. Hold it here for one more breath. Gently releasing your bind, setting that strap off to the side, switching legs, send your left leg long, draw the sole of your right foot in towards your left thigh. Option to place a block underneath that left knee, creating a natural bend in your left knee. You can place that pillow on top of your left leg. If you like to use a strap or any variation of a strap, place it around the sole of your left foot, grabbing on both sides. Inhale, lengthen as you look over your right toes. Exhale, fold forward. Allowing your chin, your nose, your forehead, any part of you to come down towards that pillow, stretching and lengthening. next inhale, gently rise up, release the strap off to the side. Drawing the soles of your feet to touch, butterflying your knees open. It's another great opportunity to use the blocks underneath your knees, allowing your knees to come up in a more natural position, or you can allow the knees to float down towards the floor. Placing that bolster pillow at its tallest setting, and then gently folding it in half, and then just fold forward, allowing your chin, nose, or forehead to come into that pillow. Feeling the length of your spine. With each inhale, lengthen your spine up, and each exhale, fold a little bit deeper into that bolster pillow. Gently inhale to rise up, set that pillow off to the side. Extend both legs out long. Option here to place a block underneath your knees to allow that natural bend, or you can allow your knees to stay straight. Grab that bolster and place it on top of your legs. If you have a strap, it's a great opportunity to wrap it around both soles of your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale as you fold forward, bringing your chin closer in towards your knees, your toes. On each inhale, lengthen your spine. On each exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Hold it here for the exhale. On your next inhale, gently release, rolling up slowly. Set the strap off to the side, set the bolster off to the side. Bring your feet to the left or to the right. Have a soft bend in the knees, or your legs can be straight. Go ahead and grab one block, and we're gonna roll back slow and controlled, going at your own pace, maybe thinking one vertebrae at a time. Once you get there, relax your shoulders. Tap that block overhead. Bring that block back over your shoulders. Bend your knees, bringing your feet on towards the floor. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, hit that block underneath your hips. You can also place a bolster underneath your hips as well as an alternative option from the pillow. With your feet grounded into the floor, a gentle bend in the knees. Seeing how this feels, allowing your hips to fall in towards the earth. From here, gently releasing one foot at a time, drawing your legs up towards the ceiling. You're welcome to keep your arms by your side. Maybe reach your fingers towards your toes. You can point, flex, circle out your ankles, your wrist, wiggle your toes and your hands. Supported legs up the wall. Holding here and breathing. Hold it here for a few more breaths. Legs up the wall is a great way to calm down your nervous system. Relaxation. let it all go. Gently bending one leg at a time or both simultaneously. Gently planting your feet on the floor. Squeeze your glutes to lift your hips. Set the block off to the side. From here, draw your knees in towards your chest, grabbing the back side of your thighs, coming into happy baby. You can have a deep bend, a slight bend, or your legs straight, maybe rolling from side to side. Gently release the bind from your thighs. Allow your knees to come towards one another and allow your knees to fall over to the right side. Maybe just placing your right hand on top of your left thigh. Maybe gazing, looking over your left shoulder. You can extend your left arm long. Bend your left elbow, just like a half cactus. Your knees can be hovering the floor, on the floor, or closer towards the middle. Hold it here for one more breath. Gently come back to the center. Plant your feet on the floor. Keeping the bend in the knees. Arms by your side. Glute bridge lift. Squeeze your glutes. Gently lower the hips down. One more time. Glute bridge lift. Keep the shoulders pressed in towards the floor. Gently lower back down towards the floor. Draw your knees back in towards your shoulders, grabbing the back side of your thighs. Maybe rolling side to side, coming into your happy baby. Release the bind from your hamstrings. Draw your legs together and allow your knees this time to fall over to the left side. Both shoulders stay pressed in towards the floor. Maybe gently bringing your gaze over the right shoulder. Maybe extending your right arm long. You can gently plant your left hand on your right knee. Your knees can be gently on the floor, hovering or closer towards the middle. Gently come back to center. Plant both feet on the floor, knees remain bent, arms by your side. Give me 2 slow glute bridges. Can be as high or as low as you'd like. Gently release the hips down. Squeeze your glutes and lift your hips. Gently lowering the hips down. From here, you can bring the soles of the feet to touch, allowing a block to come underneath your knees. You can draw your legs out long, heels touch, toes fall open, palms facing up, pinkies in, thumbs out. You're also welcome to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, or any final resting pose that's comfortable for you today. Squeeze your toes. Clench your calves, your glutes, squeeze your fist, shrug your shoulders up toward your ears, and then relax everything, letting everything go. start by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, coming back to your breath. Belly rise, belly fall. Curl your knees in towards your chest, grabbing your shins or the back side of your thighs. Rock and roll yourself or come up to a comfortable seat any way you'd like. Gently finding a seat. Inhale, arms to go high overhead. Exhale, cactus, lift your gaze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, twist, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus, lift your gaze. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, left hand to right knee. Right hand behind your hip, gently looking over your right shoulder. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale as you bring your hands to your heart, maybe towards your third eye. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you each and every week. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. Thank you so much, Mindy. Namaste.